Thank you for joining us. This is Trinity Squad Gaming. We are your hosts, John,
Jossle,
and Dan. This game was recorded at Great Escape in Sacramento on February 6, 2016 during their store championships.
and on the left, I'm flying Ace Decimator with 98 points, with the Decimator with Rear Admiral Chirinu, Expert Handling, Emperor Palpatine, Rebel Captive, and Engine Upgrade. And his wingman is Darth Vader in the TIE Advance with Veteran Instincts, the TIE Title, Advanced Targeting Computer, and Engine Upgrade.
And then on the right, we got Joe Harvey with Initiative at 100 points with Imperial Aces, running Whisper in the TIE Phantom with Veteran Instincts, Fire Control Systems, Tacticians, and Advanced Cloaking Device. Sunter Fell in the TIE Interceptor with Push the Limit, Auto Thrusters, Stealth Device, and the Royal Guard TIE title. And lastly, the Tempest Squadron pilot in the TIE Advance with Stealth Device, the TIE X1 title, and Accuracy Corrector.
All right, it looks like we're getting right into the first round of engagement on the first turn.
Yes.
It looks like we have a range 3 shot with Suntir on the Decimator, who gets Rebel Captive, gets a Stress, and gets a Focus from his pilot ability. That's actually really strong.
And it's 2 hits in the blank, and 1 evade.
Chernu gets the evade. He's wily today. All right, now it looks like he's going to take the shot back. Probably. So it's tough to say here because they're both 5 defense dice because of the stealth device. So who did you decide to shoot here? And what was your reasoning?
I think I shot at Suntir because did he? I can't remember. If he's stressed right now, that means he
has the focus.
He has the focus. Stressed. So I shot at the Tempest Squad because it's just easier.
Okay. I mean, well, they both have 5 dice because of stealth device, and they both have a token. I believe the Tempest actually has an evade here.
Yes, but the Tempest doesn't have auto thrusters, and that's the key part right there.
That's fair. All right, so looks like you got a hit, a crit, and a focus.
And then I Emperor Palpatined the focus into another crit.
Right, because Chernu's ability is only range 2 or range 1 or 2.
And he dodges it.
3 natural evades. Yeah. That's pretty brutal.
I mean, at this point, it's a pot shot. It's the very first round of firing. You know,
of course.
You might as well attack, even with 5 green dice going against it.
So why didn't he shoot back with the Tempest Squad here?
He
must have just missed it.
Yeah, I think so. Because he shot with Suntir and giving him the stress.
Yeah, so I guess he must have just missed it.
Right.
All right, well, so we got Whisper decloaking to the right. So while we're doing the maneuvers, Jossle, what's up with Expert Handling?
Originally, I put Expert Handling because of Omega Leader with the target locks and the inability for me to change my dice, which is why I run Chirinu. I needed a way to get rid of the target lock.
Right, because basically Chirnu's ability is just completely nullified with that target lock.
Also with target lock, because I have 0 evade dice, I need to get rid of almost every single target lock out there.
Right, because then with the Omega, I mean, not many Omegas spend their target locks just because the denial aspect is so strong. But yeah, that makes sense. If he just wants to get you dead.
Right, he'd have to spend his actions every turn just to relock.
Yeah. So it looks like Suntir is trying to get out of your primary arc to get the auto thrusters and to get a range 1 on Chernu.
But I do have Vader in the back, so I kind of anticipated this. So Vader could just shoot at Suntir.
Yeah, come on in. That seems good. And Vader's offensive is a lot higher than Suntir's. So if Vader sneaks right in here, then that's actually very scary for Suntir. So it looks like he's thinking about what actions, if he wants to boost in or just evade here. I mean, I think the best move is just take the evade.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what about getting a focus and getting 2 focuses? Then you can theoretically use 1 offense, 1 defense.
I don't know. I prefer having the evade token just for 1 guaranteed evade. With Chirinu, you're rolling 4 dice. It looks like he does have 2 tokens on on him.
Right.
With 4 red dice to 4 green dice, you have an extra guaranteed evade. Plus, it's turret, so you have auto thruster, so you don't have to worry about blanking out.
Right. But with 4 green dice, the extra faces, the focus faces, that could be a net gain of evades by just spending the focus token versus just getting 1. It looks like Vader's coming in here with a target lock.
And then I think I'm going to focus right here, be a little bit more aggressive. I'm thinking that Soontir's going to be shooting at Chernu anyways. Right. And I'm out of... I think I'm out of arc of Soontir. So I have no reason to go for the evade.
Right, and he has really no reason to not go for Chernu because Chernu's not rolling defense right now.
No, not at all.
Yep.
And then that's 4 red dice from Soontir. So I'm rolling. I rolled really, really lucky in this one. I got 3 natural hits and then added a crit from advanced targeting sensor.
And that's Soontir rolling all blanks and a focus, so he's got to spend the evade, spend the focus, and still take a hit and a crit.
Yes. And then he
direct
got
hit.
a direct hit. I got really, really lucky with this engagement right here.
That is brutal. That makes Joe's game so much harder, and it's the first turn.
Wow.
Yes.
The first. Well, no, this is the second round of combat. The second round of firing. But holy, that is impressive.
Yeah, I got really, really lucky with that crit right there. But this is what this list does. It just kills. It generates crits, and with 7 direct hits in the deck, you're bound to hit one.
And it looks like we got a range 3 with Whisper on Vader.
Interesting.
Yes. That seems like a really greedy attack.
Right.
The main reason for that is because Rebel Captive. If the Phantom attacks Decimator, you get a stress, and then Decimator attacks you with 3 dice.
Right. Yep.
And the last thing Whisper needs is to be stressed.
Yes. And see, there you go. I rolled poorly with Decimator right here, but with Chernu and with Palpatine, it turned into 2 crits.
And then he rolled exactly what he needs.
Yes.
All right. That's end of round. Or defiring for this round. That is a brutal round for Joe. That is over a third of his total points gone, and just without even getting to use it.
Right. Yeah.
He dealt 1 damage with Soontir fell. That's it. And he was off the map.
Yeah. And any list that's Imperial Aces where you want to arc dodge and get away from primary, anything with a turret is your worst nightmare. And
that is very
for
true.
the Imperial side, the Decimator is the best turret, hands down.
It's the only turret.
Yeah.
So it is the best.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but it holds its own against things like the Falcon or even Miranda.
Right. Well, because its sheer damage output on against 1 evade dice is so high.
Yes.
So it looks like he decloaked forward with Whisper. That's fairly aggressive.
Interesting.
That's not what I would expect him to do here.
I think that Joe wanted to go forward and leave the battle, thinking that Chernu is going to go closer, and well, here I am going too hard.
That bump.
Well, he might actually He might get around Whisper. That would actually, depending on where Joe's goes, that could be very dangerous for Whisper.
Yeah.
If Jossle makes this, that's tough.
And I think this is a 3 hard, not a 2 hard. That's my mistake.
Yeah.
I wanted to go for more of an arc. Because I didn't expect the his tie advance to go that way. I thought he would be turning in and then get more shots.
Right. So it looks like it is a bump.
It is a bump. Yes.
Okay.
Which is fine. I still have a range 1 shot against the Tempest. So
sure. Yeah.
And then the fact that Whisper isn't going to be. Well, Whisper hasn't moved yet. So if Whisper moves, no matter where he goes, I could still get a range 1 shot depending on.
Whisper's up next. Looks like he's doing a 4K.
Interesting.
He's just trying to get some damage out. That's very aggressive.
That is very aggressive, especially if he decides to shoot Chernu. Then that's double stress
But already losing Sunderfell after the second round of firing,
Yeah.
he needs to focus fire Decimator as fast as possible. with as many red dice as he possibly can.
Well, now he gets to shoot at. It looks like he gets to shoot Vader here at range 1. That's
That's also not a bad shot.
because that bump on the Decimator, because of the decloak, makes it so Vader gets no actions. That could be a lot of pain.
It can be, but with Palpatine...
Oh, it didn't bump. Vader did not bump. He's doing a barrel. Oh, wow.
I timed it, you know, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, okay, Jossle.
Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever.
You were not expecting to get bumped there with Chernu.
Yeah, whatever.
And then it looks like I could be... I think I'm firing at the Tempest right now, trying to get it...
Well, you're doing your second action.
Yeah.
You did a barrel out, trying to get out of arc with Whisper, but I don't know if you're out of arc there. That's hard to see.
No.
So you get either a focus or a evade. And then, yep, range 1 on Whisper gets the shot.
Yeah, I think I got the evade token right here with Vader, and I'm not too worried. I have Palpatine, so even if he does,
Woo!
Wow.
Vader's mad.
Very.
And then he spends the evade token right here.
Yep, takes no damage. That Tempest is nice and healthy still.
And there's five really good red dice right
And then he
here.
target locks the 2 and gets another hit. So 3 hits and a crit on Vader.
That's good.
Ooh. 3 evades.
Yes.
3 natural. Oh my god.
My green dice was hot also.
Alright, well, at
And then you
least.
spend your token, your evade token, and take nothing. That's insane. Wow. Joe needed to put some damage on you that turn. He really needed to, especially with you facing the other way. Not worried about taking shots from Vader and just only worried about Chernu. He needed to put damage on you.
And I have a range 2, I believe range 2 against Whisper, and I still have Palp activation.
Right. But he does, and then he doesn't get the cloak because he's stressed.
Yes.
Ooh, that hurts.
So you Palp for a crit,
And then I
Chernu
Chernu
for a
for
crit.
a crit.
So you got 2, and you got
And
1
then
evade.
1 evade. So I take
Takes a
out
shield.
one shield.
All right.
And then this is what I love about this list, you know, a blank Dandiced out, you know, roll becomes 2 crits.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And then so we're going back to dials.
Yeah. All right, so he's gonna get out of there with the Tempest Squadron. Oh no, he's doing a K turn. Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
He really wants to just do damage.
I mean, with the accuracy corrector and the title, you know, it's 2 guaranteed hits each time.
And
It's like-
especially against the Decimator.
Yes.
You're turning too hard?
Yeah, I want to get out of arc. Like at this point, Whisper has 1 damage on him. I might as well just try to finish him off.
Right, of
Target
course.
locks Whisper. All right, now we look in here. All right, looks like a 1 slight. Yep. Ooh, that's
Ooh,
close.
Is that a bump?
That might be a bump. That's really close.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
so we
really
get-
close.
Alright. And then he moves the template. So here, there's a little discrepancy here. Jossle said it bumped. Joe said it didn't bump. So, they're gonna try to decide to see what happens, and they're gonna go ahead and get the judge over here pretty soon, I think. Which is, I think, the right decision here. I mean,
Right.
if no matter what, if both players can't agree on something, the best thing to do is get a neutral third party.
Yes.
And there's the judge to help decide. But
Right.
so here's a very interesting situation. Joe removed his template fairly quickly, so the judge couldn't get an actual, see what exactly happened. So I think here they're just gonna go ahead and decide on a dice roll, because Jossle's saying one thing, Joe's saying another.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's just all hearsay, and the judge has to be impartial, and it's like rolling the die.
Rolling a die is definitely the most impartial you can get.
Yeah. So
And then I declared hit for the die roll, and it comes as hit.
yeah, there it is. So it is a bump. Oh, that's very devastating for Whisper.
Because he loses his action.
Loses an action. Depending on where Vader goes right here, he might actually not get a shot either.
Yeah, it looks like a 2 hard out of arc.
Oh.
So that is a actionless Whisper with no cloak, no focus, 2 evade dice against 4 attack dice and Chernu. That's
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't know about any of you guys. I've flown Whisper a couple times. Not many, but a couple times, and not having that cloak is so scary.
And as long as I don't...
Whisper needs a shot every turn he can get.
Yes. And as long as I don't blank out right here, I have at least one guaranteed hit with Palpatine.
Right.
Of course.
And 2 green dice are notorious for being not very good.
And
that's a blank. But you did take the target lock. That is,
I did.
That's very good. You keep the focus, reroll the 3.
Okay, well, so we got a Chernu and the Palp.
2 hits, 2 crits.
One
One
evade.
evade. That's a dead
enough.
Whisper. And Joe sees it here, sees it writing on the wall. He doesn't think he can take it with the Tempest Squadron, so he goes ahead and concedes here. That's insane. That was such a quick game.
Yeah, I got really lucky with the direct hit with Sunter fell in right there from turn 2. The game was almost I wouldn't say impossible, but it was really difficult for Joe to win this one.
Joe needed to fly perfectly with Whisper, and that bump just did him in. I mean, there's nothing else really to do there. Both of you guys are flying very aggressively, trying to just take a ship off the board.
Right.
Now, with your list, Jossle, your list really lends itself to being very aggressive with that. You got a big 16 health ship that just tries to get in the center of everything to shoot whatever the hell he wants. And Joe has some fairly fragile ships that if he blanks out, they can just die.
And then, yes, exactly. And then I kept Vader as close as possible to Chernu the entire game for several reasons. One, he's his wingman. He adds on to the damage. And 2, I have to focus fire against Imperial Aces.
Right. So we really didn't have a lot of time for this at the beginning since you guys went into it so quickly. But going into it, like, what was your thought process? What were you thinking?
My thought process is that since Whisper is the main damage dealer, I had to take him out first. I just got really lucky that Sunter was just right in front of me, and I just I rolled really well against him.
Well, you rolled fairly average. His defense was just blank.
Yes.
And so he had to take a hit and a crit, and it was the direct hit. That's tough, man.
Yeah. And even though the Tempest had the accuracy corrector, I wasn't too worried. He could just keep on doing 2 damage to my Decimator.
It would take a while.
But because he had 16 health, I didn't really care.
He took 1 shield. He had 15 health. It would have still been 7 turns alone if the accuracy corrector only got 2 hits every single turn.
Right.
That's still 7 turns. That's not enough. That's too much time. That gives Decimator and Vader that long to kill the Tempest, and a Tempest isn't that tanky.
Yes. And at range 1, I had 4 red dice with each. Technically 4 red dice with advanced targeting computer with each ship, and I have guaranteed hits with each ship.
Right, of course.
Thank you for the great game, Joe. I look forward for our next match.
Thank you, Great Escape, for letting us record at your venue. Especially the staff and crew. You guys were very accommodating. That was great. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching and keeping up with our videos, and we appreciate all the feedback that you've given us. Please stay tuned. We've got a bunch more games from Great Escape coming up. And don't forget to find us on Facebook and on Twitter. The links are below. And like and subscribe. And don't forget,
Fly loose!